going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm super excited to get with you guys because it is Wednesday. It's hump day. And when it's hump day, it's the Sports Lounge Media. We're going to be talking about week number 10. We're already on week 10. Guys, we're past halfway through the season now. And I'm super excited to see what the teams are evolving to be. We'll talk a little bit about juggernauts and things like that. We haven't really seen any. But before we get into the whole entire show, welcome Mr. Mark Randall and Sarai to the show. What's going on, guys?
What up?
Just another day, another day.
Yeah, I love it. I love the energy. Before we get into everything and we get into the recap, let's get into our sponsors. Mark, pretty soon we'll have videos too, guys. So look forward to those videos.
Yeah.
Ahead,
So we've got Brian Martino. Hit up Brian at Brian Martino Construction, and let him know the Sports Lounge Media sent you, and any project that that you do with him, he'll give you $1,000 off when you mention SLM. So go to BrianMartinoConstruction.com. Then we also have Number One Sports Fan, located in Tulare, Visalia, Hanford, and West Covina, California. They got all your merchandise. Matter of fact, just so you guys know, they just released the Salute to Service. They have them in stock for the Niners and the Raiders. I know it's not the Eagles, but they do have the Salute to Service. They just got put out yesterday. Yeah. Hey, not only that, though, they also got all of, Chosen's Dodger World Series memorabilia.
It's man. You already know what it is.
They got it all already right there in stock. Everything that they work on field. So hit up Number One Sports Fan and let them know SLM sent you. And of course, last but not least, we have Cali Bill Graphics, who take care of all of our shirts, hats, decals,
Hold on. Pause. Before you say Cali Bill Graphics, let's get back to the Dodgers here, because I have to say an apology to everyone because we went back to back, right? And they said all these things about the Dodgers and things like that. So I have an apology for everyone. I have an apology. Actually, to absolutely nobody. Them boys went back to back. Let's go, man. What you talking about? Talking about Cali Bill Graphics. Let's go.
Yeah, so of course, Cali Bill Graphics, hit up Rigo. He takes care of all of our shirts, hats, decal needs, everything you need. Hey, if you even mention that you need SLM to take care of you, let them know. You can even get your car wrapped. I mean, that right there is an amazing feat itself. Now, of course, one of the great things here at SLM, we are powered by the Mogul brand and the Diamond Collection. Go to poweredbytmb.com and put in Sports Lounge Media, and you'll get 20% off your order. So all that good water that you need, that's all you got to do. Those Diamond Collection, they got you covered.
Or the new gummies that just came out, and it's not the type of gummies you guys think it is. It's actually nutritious gummies. These are ones that are going to keep you healthy. Anyways, let's carry on.
Yeah, so there we go. That's what we got for our partnerships that we have. Of course, we want to thank each one of them for everything they do for us as we continue to do for them. And but no, man, let's get into tonight's show.
Man, let's talk about Thursday night game last week and how boring that was. Was anybody else bored? Because I was bored out of my mind. The Raiders lost to the Broncos 10-7. And that was
there a game? Hold on, was there a game Thursday night?
Man, it was like 3 hours wasted of my life. I was like, I'm supposed to bring content on Wednesday for this? Man, I'm like, yo. But anyways, the Broncos won that game 10-7, guys. We went all the way to Berlin, and when you went to Berlin, you probably seen the primetime show that goes on with SLM with our good guys, DP and Dom. They were covering that game, and when they covered that game, they actually covered a good game. It actually went into overtime, but the Colts came on top. Falcons had 2 opportunities to win a game, fell short. 31-25 Colts win that game. We go to all the way.
Hold on, real quick. About that game, what was awesome about it is the fact is that people got up at 6 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast to watch that game. They managed to see Jonathan Taylor score more points by himself than both the Broncos and the Raiders combined on Thursday night.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, right? Kind of wild.
I'm like, dude, he went off on that game. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, let's move on to New York, though. Going to New York. When we go to New York, the New York Jets actually won a game. They won another game, guys. 27-20 against them Browns. Yeah, I think there's enough said there. We also have another stunner. I was picking the Jags almost. I see myself picking the Jags often, and seeing the Texans lose often. And that was one of those games that could have went either way, and it did. It went Texans' way. It went into Houston. Houston won that game 36-29. That was cool, man. To see the Texans get that. I think yeah, that's enough said about that. But here's a shocker. So here's a shocker. And I think Sarai probably will talk about this on T with Sarai. Check her out as well. But the Dolphins won 30-13 against the Bills. The Dolphins won 30. Let me say it again. To 13 against the Bills. Right? They say that my guy Mike McDaniel was rolling around with his Rolex out the car with all the swag, rolling around in Miami after the game when they won 30-13 against the Bills. That boy be showing out. I tell you what, man. Congrats to him though. They beat the Bills 30-13. Moving on I think it was a shocker game, and it proved a lot in that game. That the Patriots are actually for real. They won against the Buccaneers, even though the Buccaneers didn't have Chris Godwin and they didn't have Mike Evans or Bucky Irving. They went in there. They went into Tampa. It's very hard to win in Tampa, number one, regardless of who's out and who's in. But they won 28-23. So the Patriots didn't win that game. Moving on to the Bears, who Mark loves to call Caleb Williams a bust. They won that game, though. 24-20 against the New York Giants. Then we go all the way to the Ravens. Ravens winning 27-19 against the Vikings, guys. And they call it the trash can game. I don't know if it's really called the trash can game. There's no disrespect to any 32 teams. I think everyone suits up the same. They all put their cleats on the same. But the Saints won a game. And they beat the Panthers. Now, I still think the Panthers go 10-7, in my opinion. These are one of the games they should have won, but they lost to the Saints 17-7. Moving on to the Seahawks, they again blow out another division team, 44-22. Was kind of expected for them to do that. They'll have another division game, and we'll talk about that later in Week 11. And then the Lions did exactly what the Lions should have did, beat the Commanders like they stole some. 44-22, and then we move on to the Rams and the Niners. Rams were actually one possession. Well, the Niners were one possession, one interception away from making this a game. Unfortunately, they threw the interception, and the Rams put up points in garbage time, stat padding winning 42-26 in that game. Moving on to the Chargers, won a game 25-10. That was a slow game. For some odd reason. Very, very slow game. But they won 24-10. But speaking of slow games, it was big defensive game. The Eagles and the Packers. Eagles end up beating the Packers in Lambeau 10-7. Big defensive game. I think it was a referee game as well, but we don't blame the refs. We still need to score touchdowns. But there was a lot of calls missed in that game, tripping call, a couple of other things that could have went right, but they didn't, and it is what it is.
That wasn't tripping.
Okay, Michael Parsons didn't trip him. All right, continuing it though, 10-7. Eagles did win regardless of the tripping. They was tripping, so and they won 10-7. Yeah, go. What game stood out to y'all in Week 10, or what game shocked you? What was an upset? Which one was an interest? Which one did you watch? Which one stood out to you the most? Let's start with Sarai today.
We always start with Sarai.
Okay, let's start with Mark today.
Well, it's got to be ladies first. You know, have some respect.
So the game that I want to talk about that I wrote down some pointers for is the Detroit Lions and the Commanders.
The Detroit what?
The Detroit Lions.
I thought you said liars.
I thought you said liars too.
Did I say liars? No, I didn't. I said Lions.
I
No, you
really
said
no.
I think you said the Detroit Liars.
DP, hey
Listen,
DP, we need to get that clip. We need to get that clip. She should have said Detroit Liars.
Detroit Liars and the Bombanders. Okay, let me go back.
okay. Anyway,
Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about that game. So, a couple of pointers I wrote down. There was an elite O-line dominance. I really liked the Detroit's offensive line. It continues to low-key be probably one of the best ones so far this season in football. They had a good run game. Amon St. Brown. I'm going to talk a little bit about this for Tiwa Sarai, but he caused a ruckus by doing this dance at the touchdown line. And if you know what that dance means, President Trump was also at this game, so it was a huge game that was televised. Defense needs some consistency.
don't do that ever again.
Defense needs some consistency, and also just kind of something else that I wanted to point out is that the Lions do stay at the top tier for the NFC division. Commanders, Jaden Daniels' mobility. Also wrote down a little bit of Scary Terry. He exposed the Detroit secondary. They a lot of times couldn't stop him. And then
Stop who? Scary Terry? Of course they couldn't stop him. He was on the sidelines. I mean, Jaden Daniels, well, I don't know what they were doing. I mean, I think he was like in a wheelchair or something.
Yeah.
They had to rely on Marcus Mariota to, I don't know what he did, but
yeah, so
sorry.
That's kind of my takeaways. I'm excited to actually play Detroit this upcoming week against the Eagles. The Detroit Lions.
That's been circled on my calendar since week 1.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop in off of that, what you just said off the Detroit game. For me, it was obviously the consistency of the O line. We saw the points put up. Jared Goff once again, a 135 rating. You know, another game with no interceptions. Everyone wants to talk about, and I know Eagles fans, and I'm not knocking Jalen Hurts, but you know, Jared Goff does only have 3 touchdowns or 3 interceptions on the season, and I know Hurts only has 1. You know, but what I'm trying to say though is like, you got to put some respect on the old man, you know, because he's averaging more yards. He's averaging more touchdowns on the season so far. You know, he does have a couple more picks, but, you know, styles of play. We know the style of quarterback that Jared Goff is. And for me on that game, you know, you saw Jahmyr Gibbs with 15 rushes at 142 yards. He went off, you know, but it was showing on the Amon St. Brown topic. It showed that they did not need to rely on him as the number 1. They used Jameson Williams, you know, for 6 catches at 119 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there, it shows that you have a dual threat, you know, at receiver position, you know, plus adding Khalif Raymond, who's very fast, Sam Laporta in there, you know, on those checkdowns. But I thought offensively, they performed very well. And I agree with you on the defensive side is they do tend to struggle, you know, at times. So, but here nor there, I mean,
up and down, like it's not consistent at all. Like that's the other thing. And they eliminate a lot of explosive plays that they could have, which is kind of detrimental to. And a lot of the times the Commanders make a lot of mistakes. And I think lately here within a lot of like games is that mistakes has really been something that has been determining wins and losses for games for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What other game did you like?
The hardest defense Jared Goff has faced was the Chiefs and their own division rival Vikings, and they lost to both of them. Of course, he hasn't thrown a lot of interceptions.
Why are you so close to the camera?
Because I'm looking at it like I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, like
they all suit up the same. They're all out there in the NFL. I'm just saying, you got to put
some defense.
You got to put some respect on the man's name. I'm just saying, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Jordan Love is supposed to be so great, but yet, you know, he managed to lose to the Browns.
Are you a Lions fan or a Packers fan?
No, I'm a football fan.
No, no,
And
no,
I'm
no,
going to
no.
speak the
Answer
dang
the damn
truth.
question. No, answer the damn
I'm a
question.
football fan. I'm a Tennessee
You are,
Volunteer fan.
because you talk more highly about them damn Lions than you do your own team.
Because I think they're a better team than the Packers are. I do. I
My
also
God.
think,
But I
I've
mean,
said that, and I also have said that that the Super Bowl, for the NFC, it is running through Philadelphia.
It is against the Seahawks.
So I'm just saying it's I'll pay respect where respect is due, and that's the thing. When you look at what Jared Goff has done, when a lot of people mocked him because he's not the style of quarterback that they're used to, but it's like no, I mean it's the same concept with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield is becoming that pocket style quarterback. He can run better than you know uh, Jared Goff,
well, the season's
but
not over yet. So I mean,
I know that. But like I said,
plenty of
at
time for
this
him to
point,
throw 50 interceptions. Still.
Well, I guess we can move on
that's
to
the
the
truth.
next game. What other games were on y'all's top viewing?
I'm gonna talk about the what game was it? Oh, that game on Monday night.
That's the game I have.
So that right there was
We
by
could talk
far.
about it together, and I'm gonna pull a Sarai.
All right, you get the tee out because I'm gonna say that was probably one of the most piss poor offensive games I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, let's talk about it.
I mean, Jordan Love, he couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Jalen Hurts, he struggled all the way until the fourth quarter. It was a run game. It was a great defensive game, 100%. But to me, it just showed once again that the Packers are not going to be the division champs. They do not have the capability. They might have got that week one win. I think the Packers are missing too much. Um, now they're not knowing how to pick. Before, for the longest time for Aaron Rodgers, they could not draft a wide receiver in the first round. And that was his biggest complaint. Now all of a sudden they've been taking wide receivers and they don't know how to take the right ones. There was no pressure from the defensive front on the Packers side. It had to come from the linebacker position and the secondary. Yes, you and I had this conversation already, and it was the linebackers, not one sack. There were
How many pressures?
six.
6 pressures. Okay.
2 pass deflections, no picks. There was the fumble punch out on Jordan Love, or sorry, on Jalen Hurts. But defensively, there was no pressure from that front line. Once they hit that second line, that's what happened. And all of a sudden, they started bringing him in. Why? Because they were relying on the run in the cold weather in Green Bay. So what happens? It doesn't really matter because you're used to the day cold in Philly. That's the thing.
Yes,
But
we
with
are.
that being that's the thing. When you look at it, though, like I said, Jordan Love does not. He hasn't earned his money. Not for what they paid him.
Has Jared Goff earned his money?
I would have paid him more than I would pay Jordan Love.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Come on, man. Just say you're a Lions fan, bro.
Who has performed better? Who has performed better? You
Well, I
get paid
mean,
by how you perform.
right. You're right.
I mean, that's the same concept. Why did Brock Purdy get paid when he got paid? You and I used to always say he was the check down king. Man, he averaged like 6 yards. And as for the tripping call, Micah did not trip him. I'll say that right now. DP, he did not trip him.
Let me see if I can pull up. I'm gonna pull it up for you, so you can see it all in real time. You can see it in real time.
I saw his arm go around, and I also saw, he's attempting a tackle. He's trying to step out to tackle him. That's how you do it. Everyone's trying to say, oh, he tripped him. Yeah, let's also, if you want to say that, then what about the false start on
There
the
was
foot?
actually 2 false starts. Green Bay
yeah.
very beginning for this quarterback sneak, and then for the Eagles.
Yeah, it was 100%. It was a rough game.
Let's see this.
Purdy went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Doesn't mean he should have got paid. I mean, you got to look at all those things, and that's where, like I said, if I had to pay a quarterback, I'm paying Jared Goff before I pay Jordan Love. His arm was out too. He was trying to tackle him.
Watch it. Look at his leg.
It's called stepping out.
No! man, you be tripping, bro. You straight tripping. Nobody tackles like that. Are you kidding me? You coach football. You wild if you think that wasn't a damn trick. You wild for that. I'm not taking that bullshit.
Anyway, but no, defensively, I mean, I saw the defense stats realistically. The Eagles had last year is what I felt I saw. I think Jalen Phillips, he looked. You and I, we talked about this off air. He looked like he actually been there since week one. So I was impressed with that play. I have not been impressed with besides that first game that they got Micah. I was excited they got Micah, because it was something that they needed, but yeah. And yes, people do tackle like that, guys. So
we're watching.
But no, I'm just saying, like I said, I think the thing is like Micah Parsons, he needs more help. He has to try, when you don't have that defensive line. That's what Philadelphia has. Philadelphia has a great defensive front. They've got really good, linebacker core. It is, we've all talked about it. It's the CB2 position.
Yeah.
So, but no, basically the NFC is going to be running through Philadelphia.
We're just gonna leave it at. We're gonna leave it at that. You know what I mean? We're gonna leave it at that. Check it out, man. What I seen is a great defensive game. I had the same game as well. We'll talk about it real quick. When you come off of a bye, I think it was like 15 days or so. We coming off a bye. That's what it looked like. It looked like we came off a week one when we played against Dallas. This is what it looked like in our offensive scheme. But defensively, I can't say enough about the guys who stepped up. I think you guys can correct me in the chat room. I believe BG had 9 snaps. Played phenomenal. Played great for coming off of the couch. Gave us some good pressures, things like that. Phillips. I mean, we can't say enough about Phillips. You talked about him a little bit. The pressures that he had, the sacks that he had, the forced fumbles, things like that. Jalix Hunt, playing lights out. We didn't even mention the fact that Nolan Smith came in and disrupt everything. And so when you have Mark is talking about CB2 positions, but when you have a front four and a rotation the way that the Eagles have is a reason why there's less stress now on our secondary because we get to the quarterback, right? So that's what we're looking forward to when it comes to next week, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But that's what we're looking for is a front that could put ourselves in position to get less stress off of that. Now, we still haven't seen Ja'Cory Bennett as much yet. Dory, we got to put respect to do it. Dory Jackson did play a little bit better. I think DP was the one that handed him his helmet in the first quarter, and he just went out there and he played football. So you guys can thank DP for that. I'm the one that hit it. He's the one that gave it to him, and he found it. But at the end of the day, we got to cut Ringo. I think it's Ringo's time to go ahead and pack his bags. Yeah, I mentioned that, DP. But anyways, yeah, so it's going to be an interesting game next week. That's one of the ones I had circled. They do have to visit us at the link. I want you guys to all remember. They still have to come to the link. We're not going to Detroit, right? So that plays a factor. Whether I believe I hit Ringo's. He said I hit Ringo. Oh, damn. He hit Ringo's. Thank God. But anyways, Dean. Oh, I didn't even mention Dean. Dean came in, with some hits, boy. Great defensive game. It's what we expect. Now, offensively, let's talk a little bit. The elephant in the room is obviously KP. KP's decision making. Let's go out there and run it on 39. Let's go out there and run it on 39. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what are we doing? Like, run it in 39, right? Let's pass the ball, right? We got, like, some elite receivers out there. We have Dallas Goedert out there. Let's throw the ball on 39, KP, if you're watching this, right? If you get a chance to watch this, just listen to Chosen for 1 second. They call me Chosen for a reason. Throw the ball. Throw the ball down the field. And you've seen it late in the fourth quarter when I believe AJ Brown ran a route to clear it out for Devontae Smith to get the one-on-one. Could have been doing that the whole damn game. You really could have. But I will give credit where credit is due. Valentine had a game. Valentine did have a game. McKinney did his part. But at the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, it was a great defensive game. I honestly don't think that if we go in playing the defense that we play against Detroit, I think we'll be just fine. I think the offense will gel a little bit better. We started getting our motor going in the fourth quarter. I think that will translate into this next game. So not too worried about our offense whatsoever. And it tells you the Eagles are winning in every way possible, in every facet possible. So teams are just not able to capitalize on what it is they're supposed to do, and it's to beat us. So, I mean, it is what it is. But moving on to next week, let's talk about next week real quick. Going into next week, we have some interesting games, guys. Let's start with the Thursday night game. We have the Jets and the Patriots. Patriots are coming out with the rivalry jerseys. Those are actually pretty nice. I ain't gonna hold you guys. They're pretty nice jerseys. We'll see if the Jets can pull that one off in New England. Sunday night, you're gonna have the Lions versus the Eagles in the Link. Interesting game. We're gonna have a big party on that game. That's the game that I've been waiting for all season long. We got the Commanders in Madrid. Our last international game that you can catch on prime time. Our last international game in Madrid will be the Commanders versus the Dolphins. Look forward for the Dolphins to get another win there. But we also have a rivalry game. We got Bengals versus Steelers. It's hard to play in Pittsburgh, y'all. And the Bengals got to go up in there and try to get another win. They're trying to push Joey B out to play in the next coming weeks. If they do pull off this win, it'd be a good idea. If not, just sit the man. You have no reason to put him in unless you're in contention, right? If you go down you're 3-7, why bring the man back and get another injury? And a lot of these guys are pushing, like Jaden Daniels are pushing him to come and play, no surgery after all and all that. I don't know why they do it to these guys, but they're doing it. I don't own these guys. I don't own these teams. I don't pay these players. I'm just
that's why that's why they do it. They're like, get out there and play. You paid to play.
Yeah. So we got the Chargers going to Jacksonville playing the Jaguars. We're expecting the Chargers to win that game. This is a big critical game, guys. We got the Buccaneers going to Buffalo. It's probably the biggest game for the Bills. Not such a big game for the Bucs. The Bucs are pretty much in control of the South right now, but the Bills need to start winning, and they need to start winning now. So that's a big game for the Bills to win. We got the Bears and the Vikings. Must win for the Vikings to stay relevant. But the Bears are looking a lot better than they did last year. They're actually 6-3. And that's not what we expected from them this year. We expected them to be better, but we didn't expect them to be 6-3 at this place in the season. We got the Texans probably going to smack the crap out of the Titans. But there's another game there, right? Another division game with the Panthers and the Falcons. Another game that the Falcons need to come out and win. Again, to stay relevant in that division. But again, we got the Panthers going. They're 5-5 right now. They're on pace. They 5 games away from me saying that there were 10-7. My prediction is right. All right. So, but if they can win that game, that'll be great. But let's see what the Falcons can do. We got the Packers probably gonna beat on the Giants. They say Jameson Winston is gonna play this game, guys. The Pastor Reverend Winston is gonna play this game against the Packers. We'll see if he can pull out this win. This could get interesting now.
I think he's gonna play his best game.
Yeah, it's 10 a.m. He's gonna have a 10 a.m. service. Before the game, he's going to talk to the players. He pump them up. They're going to pray together. This might be this might be the game that they win. We'll see what happens with that game. One of the bigger games in a rivalry game to take control of division is the Seahawks versus the Rams.
Go Seahawks.
Most people have the Rams. I have the Seahawks. I think that Sam Darnold is a great regular season quarterback, but when it comes to the playoffs, he will definitely lose in the first round. But we'll see what kind of team. If the Rams can put up points is really the question. If they can really put up points.
How you want to sit there and give Sam Darnold respect, but not Jared Goff?
Yeah, they both got the same. They're the same guy in different teams. Same guy, different team, bro. What are we talking about here?
Just because they're white, don't mean the same guys.
They're not the. I mean, Jared Goff. Yeah, he a white man, blondie. You feel what I'm saying? He's sunshine. You know what I mean? From Remember the Titans. But we also on the other side, we got the dude from the Lucky Charms box. Not the same guy. Not the same guy at all. Come on now, let's be realistic here. But he has the luck because he's tasting the rainbow right now, guys. Sam Darnold is tasting the rainbow. He's 7-2. I think he wins in LA. Every team travels well to LA. That's not really a home field advantage for LA, never. But anyways, let's move on to the Niners versus Cardinals. Again, another snooze fest like Mark likes to talk about. We got Ravens and Browns.
No. Hold up. Let's go back to that Arizona, Cardinal game, because you and I both know Arizona, for some reason, they like to sit there. They play spoilers every stinking year.
They do.
And so I'm not thinking. I mean, we know Kyler Murray. Like I said, we know Kyler Murray's not playing. I mean, he needs to go back to. I mean, maybe he might go ahead and sit out, rest his contract, and go play with the Las Vegas Athletics when they get there. I mean, he can get, he won't get injured. That's for sure.
We don't want him in Las Vegas. He can go. He can go play. He can go play for the Arizona Diamondbacks. All right. So listen. Then we got the Ravens versus the Browns, right? Now this is the stretch, right, where the Ravens have an opportunity to these next 7 games, right, to really put some pressure, on Pittsburgh. And so, they got Lamar back. They're playing really, really well. Let's see what happens with them. Let's see if they can really put it together and be that team that we thought they were going to be since week 1. We'll find out. To be continued. We got the Chiefs and Broncos, y'all. Is this where the Bo Nix and Sean Payton luck runs out against the Chiefs? We're gonna find out this Sunday because they've been getting lucky 3 games in a row coming back in the fourth quarter. They also played a horrible game against the Raiders, who Mark said that Raiders were going to win division. Well, that's not going to happen. But he said that they was going to win division.
Injuries.
Okay. This is the same guy that just said a minute ago, next man up. But anyway, all right, let's keep it rolling though. Chiefs can win this game and actually again put pressure on their division, on the Broncos and the Chargers. Or it could go the opposite direction and the Chiefs actually miss the playoffs for the first time in a long time. We'll see what happens, to be continued as well. And then we got a real good rivalry, non-division rivalry. And we got the Cowboys at Raiders. That's going to be interesting on Monday. I think we do need to again, condolences to Marshawn's family. I said a little something. If you guys can catch it on the reels or on our platform, condolences to him and his family. They will be wearing 94 on their helmets, I believe, for the rest of the season. And then they will be paying tribute next week when they host Philly in their game. But shout out to them for doing that in honor of him. Mental health, men's mental health awareness is for real, guys. Just to take a moment on that. So reach out to your loved ones, reach out to the ones that are even smiling. We're all going through something, and it's important for you guys to do that. So taking the time out to say that, and all due respect, I think the Raiders still win this game. After saying all that, I'm sorry, but I think the Raiders actually win this game. There's something going on in Dallas on their defense, and it's just not looking good. Their offense can click, but I mean, they're 3-5-1, and we'll see. What game sticks out to you guys the most, and which one is you guys most excited to watch next week? And let's not all say it at the same time. Eagles and Lions. No, let's pick another game, okay? Let's try to pick another game because I know we all excited to watch that game because we just found out that secretly Mark is a Lions fan, not a Packers fan like he's been betraying. He's actually a Lions fan. I mean, a Lions fan because he's been lying all season. But let's pick a game. What are you guys, and you guys can put it in the chat too. Go put it in the chat. What are you most excited about to go watch? What game? What game sticks out to y'all?
I'm excited to see my West Coast team go Hawks.
What's going on? Let's cut it short. DP, go ahead and click the button where it says end the show. Let's end the show.
Hold on, I got it.
No, DP said in the chat, since the beginning, so I've been talking about the Seahawks. Y'all been calling me crazy.
No, you've been calling
for the season.
No, hold on. No, wait a minute. No, keep it a buck. You wasn't calling for them because they was winning. You was calling for them. It was getting on our damn nerves. That's why you was calling on them. Because every time you said the Seahawks, it bothered us as Eagle fans. Because
from the beginning, I've been saying Seahawks.
Stop playing with us.
Hey, real quick. I think the reason why she secretly is, obviously is a Seahawk fan because you can't tell the difference between a Seahawk and an Eagle. So she just one day she saw the birds like, that's the Eagles.
That's enough.
I mean, they were green too, so. Bird, tomato, Seahawk, Eagle, Kelly green.
Close enough.
I've been saying from the very beginning of the season, Seahawks. The Seahawks.
There's a difference between the tomatoes, right? All tomatoes are not the same. Like, I don't know if you went grocery shopping lately, but all tomatoes are not. They're not the same. They got red vine tomatoes. They got Roman tomatoes. They got the organic ones that look really, really juicy. I mean, come on now. Let's be realistic.
You even got the fried green tomatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that game, y'all. I really want to see the Seahawks take this dub. I'm ready to see them perform out in LA, and yeah, I'm excited for it.
Go ahead, Mark. What you got, man? What game?
For me, it's actually the where'd it go? The Chargers in Jacksonville.
That's a good game.
So that Chargers game for me, it's like, with them being up there, right there in the mix, obviously for the AFC West, they're one game back, but Jacksonville right there, they're on the brink also of being they're actually at the 7 seed right now. So I mean, they're still playing because if Kansas City gets a win and Jacksonville gets a loss, that moves KC up to the 7 and they drop down to the 8. So, I mean, but I don't see Indianapolis losing that AFC South lead, but because they just don't have a schedule.
There's a lot of football left.
But they don't have a tough schedule. It's the same thing as the Niners. They got one of the weaker schedules in the NFL. But I think that's going to be what's going to keep them, because if they lose and Houston wins, that puts them tied. So this game, Jacksonville has to have a win in order to sit there and hopefully keep their playoff hopes alive, and staying right in it, because they do have a tougher schedule down the road than Houston does. So, and the same concept goes for the Chargers. Chargers being one game back, if they can sit there and get those wins and Denver takes a couple losses, they move into first place themselves. So I think that's going to be a really important game.
Okay. I'm gonna go against all the rules. I'm looking forward to the Lions and the Eagles game. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That's the game that I circled since the beginning of the season that I just want to watch. Like, I just want to get up in there. I want to watch it. Amase Brown was talking all that smack. We've been hearing it all over social media. We even what people don't understand is when you start circling the teams that you think is gonna win, and Jalen Hurts sees that, he got a little extra right up here. He got a little extra. You know what I'm saying? A little chip. That's what it is. That's what I'm pointing to. A little chip. on his shoulder. You know what I'm saying? So I think when you count him out, that's when he shows up the most. That's gonna be a hell of a game, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Two powerful teams. It's gonna come down to what defense makes the best, does the best, and also time management is gonna play a key. And then Dan Campbell. This is gonna be the biggest thing. I think this is gonna be the call me crazy, but I think this is gonna be the biggest factor. I think this is where fourth downs bite him in the ass. Because if we stop them, and a little bit of closer to our territory, it's gonna bite him. It's gonna bite him because he likes going there on fourth down. But when our defense come through, you don't want to play fourth down over here. Take the field goal, my guy. Just take the field goal and be happy, because giving us opportunities like that, it's gonna bite you.
You don't win, but we've talked about you don't win with field goals.
Yeah,
field goals cost you games.
Yeah, but if you can't score it in 3 downs, you're going into the fourth down, and you're going against the Eagles. It's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough.
But that's the topic that we Sarai and I both were talking about.
Go look at the last game. Look at the last game.
No, what I'm saying though is you have to look at, like Sarai and I mentioned at the beginning of the show, is Detroit's defense. So he's gonna have to go for it because his defense is not as good as Philly's is. We all know that. So he's gonna have to go for fourth down. Go for fourth down.
Then go for fourth down and see what happens.
He better figure it out.
Go for fourth down and see what happens. Bring in Decker. Bring it. It ain't gonna matter. Ain't gonna matter.
We've been blocking out field goals and kicks.
Yeah, because they're not calling calls.
Oh my god. We don't go that route. They've been holding.
Angry. Now we ain't calling calls.
They've been
excuses tonight.
I'm having fun with y'all.
They've been holding Jalen Carter like they owe him a hug. Stop playing with me. They hold him in every down. Stop playing. We don't say nothing about it. We continue to roll. But this is the part of the segment, y'all, where we talk about our power rankings. Let's get that. Oh, somebody called Mark a hater. Let's put that up there.
That's Junkie calling Mark a hater.
Oh, that's NFT?
Yeah.
Why did he change his name to Diamond Hands?
Because he's going to sack the discussion.
Oh, dang. All right, so let's go into our rankings real quick. Let's go on Mark first. Let's go on Mark.
No, I'm going to stir the pot.
Go ahead. Stir it.
You want me to say no? I got the Colts at 5. Okay.
Oh, me too. Me too.
I got the Patriots at 4.
Oh, me too. Dang, this is weird.
I got the Seahawks. I got the Seahawks at 3.
Yeah, that's where we go wrong. Go ahead.
That's where I go wrong. And as for number 1.
No, you 2. What's 2?
I got a tie. I got a tie.
Who's
I got a tie. Just no.
I'm not tying with him. We ain't tying with him. Just
No. I do have Detroit at 2. I've got Philly at number 1. Just like I said last week, Philly gets the win against Green Bay. They will be the number 1, and it was not because of the offense. It was because of what the defense did. Because offensively, that was piss poor.
All right, what you got? Here we go with the shenanigans. Come on now.
The audience was clapping. You just can't see them.
All right, but for Sarai gives up her 5 guys. Go ahead and put it in the chat. Who do you guys got as your power rankings top 5? And make sure it's fluent. Make sure it's all fluent, okay? Because Mark right now is struggling.
Mark said the Eagles number 1.
We gotta clip that.
Let me see if it's snowing outside, because
we gotta clip that, DP. Him saying the Eagles number 1, because we're probably not gonna hear it for the rest of the season.
Hey, just so you guys know, it seems to be that every time I pick in a number 1 team, they've managed to lose that week and drop in the rankings.
Not this week, my sir. All right, let's go.
Yeah, so my power rankings for this week. For honorable mention, I have the Lions. I have Mark's Lions. I mean the Liars. I mean the Lions for my honorable mention. For number 5,
Disrespect.
I have the Rams.
Oh damn.
For number 4, I have the Colts.
Oh damn.
For the number
The Rams
3,
beat the Colts.
huh?
The Rams beat the Colts.
Are these your power rankings or are these mine?
Okay, sorry. Continue.
Number 3, I have the Patriots. Go Ken. Number 2, I have.
He don't play for him, bro. Oh, go ahead.
I know
This
he
is
doesn't.
okay.
That's his team. I got to do it for Ken's Pat Talk.
Okay, you're right.
Number 2, I have the Birds, the Seahawks. And for number 1, I have the Eagles. That's my power ranking.
Stop playing with us. All right, let me go with my honorable mention.
My explanations? Okay, go on.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Explanation.
No, go on. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You're good. Go.
No, it's good. It's good, so we know that you know ball.
I do know ball.
I know, but I'm just saying. So the people, they know that you know ball.
So I broke it down into different things. So I'll just kind of run through my bullet points real quick. I think for Detroit Lions, they do have an elite offensive line, like I mentioned earlier. They do have a creative run first offense. Defense still is inconsistent, but they like against explosive teams. But at times, you do see their defense holding them just to like points and things like that. For the Rams, McVay's offense is back. I have noticed that Stanford's thriving. The wide receiver room is a little bit explosive.
Best season of his year.
Yeah. Hey, I've noticed this too. Like a lot of their rookies, they're having a pretty decent year as well for the Rams. For the Colts, I wrote down Shane Steichen. We love Shane Steichen. I think that his offensive is really still good. I feel like the Colts still have an underrated defense. We have Daniel Jones that is doing a great performance this year. So I think the Colts deserve to stay in the top 5. The Pats, I mean, Drake May, right? Yes.
No, this is just an odd thought out of nowhere. Did Brian Dable take the Penn State job, or was that fake news?
Fake news.
Fake news.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
So like I said, Drake May, his efficiency is uptick. I also think the strength of schedule it helps them, it boosts them a little bit as well. For the Seahawks, I mean, what is there not to like about the Seahawks? They have a great defense. Their pass rush and secondary have taken a major leap. I think that the coaching is doing it really well with schemes. And then the Eagles, I mean, we just find ways to win, whether it's in the cold, whether it's at the link, whether it's outside of the link, wherever we are, rain, sleet, or snow, we are always ready to go. So.
Always trained to go.
With 16 guys on the field.
All right, let me go through my honorable mention is the Lions. We'll see if they climb up in the rankings this week, or they fall off. We'll find out. That one's still loading. Number 5, I got the Colts, like Mark does. I'm still. It's like one of those things, man. Like, you know, they beefed up their defense. Obviously, got Sauce Gardner. It's the first weekend. But we got to see what they really do against tough teams. I don't think that they played enough body of work for me to really put them in position up there. But I got them at number 5. But number 4, I got the Patriots. Patriots are playing out of their man. Drake May is playing great. Stevenson's playing great. Defense is putting things together. That's really all I can say about them. We'll see. They beat a really good Bucs team, even though they didn't have some of their key players. But that's still a good Bucs team, and to go down to Tampa and beat them, that says a lot about their team. Patriots that just makes me believe Patriots are for real. Number 3, I got the Rams. You know, the NFC West obviously has a really easy schedule throughout the season. So even though Matthew Stafford is playing out of his mind right now, there is some things that I've seen in some of the games that could be potentially not harmsome, but like could potentially be troublesome for them when they do play against great defenses. They're supposed to beat bad teams. They played against Mac Jones. I don't know if you guys remember, but they played against Mac Jones. They played against a team that didn't have Mikael Williams, didn't have Nick Bosa, didn't have Fred Warner. And they came out in second half. 49ers almost came back on them. That could be troublesome for them. And I think when they play against the right team, we'll see who they really are. I know that Matthew Stafford's been struggling with some stuff in his back, but also to mention, so did Devontae Adams this last week, had a tweak in his back, but he should be back and be ready to go. But we'll see what happens. Number 2, the Seahawks. I'm not a believer in the Seahawks by all means, but they've been winning games and they've been blowing teams out. So still not a believer in them, but I got to respect is due, and piss Mark off and putting the Seahawks at number 2. And then at number 1, I got them Philadelphia Eagles, those reigning champion Philadelphia Eagles, that team that can win in every way facet possible. I mean, damn it, the damn water boy will come out and play wherever he needs to play, and we'll win that damn game. That's where we at with the Eagles at this particular point. But they started rolling in the fourth quarter. I think that they'll get the offense to put together, and they'll do what they need to do. Jalen Hurts will get back to Jalen Hurts style football. He did have 2 great games before a bye week, but it looked like the Jalen Hurts coming off a rust. Now, I will say this. I do not want the Eagles to get the number 1 seed simply because of what they look like rusty coming out of that. I would like them to have the number 2 seed. So going into the playoffs, that's what I'm talking about, playoffs picture. But they'll still end up having home field advantage. If Seahawks get the number 1 seed, they'll lose in the first round, and we'll still end up having home field advantage all the way through the playoffs, just like last year. So that's all I got for y'all. That's my power rankings.
I want to know this. Hold on. I want to know this. You're talking about the Seahawks blowing everyone out. The only 2 teams they've blown out was Arizona, who actually Detroit just had the same score against Washington.
The same team that you say that plays spoiler, but go ahead.
They beat Washington and then the Saints. Those are the only blowouts. Every other game they had were within a touchdown.
And then Washington had Jaden Daniels in that game to the fourth quarter.
And I'm saying that's not blowing everybody out.
And you said they have to beat bad teams, and they beat a bad team.
And which exactly what Detroit has done.
Nah, we can't do that for Detroit.
Exactly. The disrespect. You all talking about everyone hates on the Eagles.
Disrespect. The only team that gets disrespected is the Eagles. Who are we talking about?
Exactly. There it is. We're
the only ones that get disrespected in the league.
Oh, please.
Okay, last year the Chiefs won. There's 11 games, and out of 8 out of 11 games, the Chiefs won anywhere from 3 to 7 points, whether it was for the refs or it got turned around, whatever the case may be. They went from 3 to 7 points, and they struggled. They struggle to get these wins out. But don't let the Eagles struggle. And them saying, they might go to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl.
Detroit is just very inconsistent.
They did that for the Chiefs last year, but they can't do it for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. The Chiefs last year won by 3 to 7 points in their games. Now let's look at the scores for the Eagles. They won by 4. They won by 3. They won by 7. They won by 6. They lost by 4. They lost by 17. They won by 6. They won by 18. They won by 3. I wonder exactly what I'm talking about. The same crap that everyone was talking about Kansas City last year that was going on with the refs. It sure does look like a lot of the. No, they ain't blowing no calls. That's the problem. We all saw it. Y'all talk about the tripping call, but no one wants to sit there and keep on talking about the tush push, the brotherly shove, the quarterback sneak, whatever you all want to freaking call it. It's the same thing. We all saw.
You in my kitchen, y'all. You in my kitchen.
We all saw Tom Brady and stuff right there. Tom Brady used to get away with everything. Patrick Mahomes was getting away with it. Now there has to be a new generation. Guess what? We're seeing the close calls, the no calls, the close games, all that. All of a sudden, Philadelphia is getting a lot of the favor, aren't they? Look at the facts. Look at the facts.
Watch it in all 22, all the games. Watch all the games in all 22, my guy. I'm telling you.
I'll watch them a lot.
Let me hold on. Let me fact check.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of facts that are the same thing across the board when it comes to certain things. How many penalties have the Philadelphia Eagles been called on this year? You know, and it's got nothing to do with the Tuskers. I could care less. I mean, to me, it's a quarterback sneak. I don't care. You could run that play every freaking play. If you can't stop it, that's your own dang problem. DP, you say we definitely don't get the calls, but I don't see a lot of calls. So I'm just saying, everything that everyone talked about Kansas City last year.
Flag, I literally would bet $5 it's against the Eagles. I was getting rich on Monday.
All right, so there were combined 11 penalties. Combined 11 penalties in the recent game versus the Packers game on November 10th, 2025. So you just guys know that it's not a game in the past. It was the game on Monday. The Eagles had 7 penalties for 61 yards, and the Packers had 4 penalties for 20 yards.
That's why I got rich. I was betting $5 every time the yellow flag came on. I was like, it's against the Eagles.
The refs were horrible in that game, my guy.
The refs have been horrible all this year.
So it is what it is, man. This is the part of the show where we bring Shirai on to not do hearts and hows, but do. Finally, guys, we got it. Hearts and hooves. Let's talk about it.
I'm about to cut a fool.
Yes.
Oh, wait. Oh, my bad. It's hearts and meows. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, so hearts and meows. This week, our pet of the week is Rose. Talk a little bit about Miss Rose for y'all. So Miss Rose is a 4 to 5 month old cat, and she's a domestic kitten. She weighs about 5 pounds. She is fixed. She's looking for her forever home. And so if you guys ever have any questions regarding any of the adoptable pets that we feature, you can always visit our website, Hearts and Hows Rescue. And there you can see all the adoptable pets. We are basically a 501 nonprofit rescue out here in Dallas, Texas area. An organization that's a labor of love, fully powered by volunteers that we have within our community. You can always donate to the rescue on their website. It is tax deductible. If you'd like to purchase anything on their Amazon wish list for the dogs or cats, you definitely can. And yeah, that's a little bit about Rose.
Awesome. And you guys can also visit us at www.sportslaunchmedia.com. We're under construction. We got a lot of things going for you guys. Subscriptions are coming your way. We're super excited about all the great things that are happening. We will be at the Super Bowl collecting content there. Look forward to our Thanksgiving special. We're doing a Thanksgiving Eve special that will be strictly on, I believe, TikTok. So you guys can visit us there on TikTok to check that out. We're going to have a lot of different creators on there. We're going to gather together, have 5 questions. You guys can have some Q&A, interact with you guys, have fun right before Thanksgiving, before we grub. And speaking of Thanksgiving, let's talk about it real quick. What is your favorite Thanksgiving dish? Put it in the chat. What's you guys' favorite Thanksgiving dish and least favorite Thanksgiving dish, real quick before we go?
Go. My favorite is stovetop stuffing. I don't care. I love stuffing out of a box. I really don't care. As for least favorite, man, I can't stand turkey. I expect to have tamales. That's right. We are making tamales in my house.
Tamales is a Christmas tradition. I have
For real, bro. He said it like he was really Mexican. We gonna make tamales.
Oh, we having tamales, hey.
And we gonna make tamales in mi casa. Like, come on,
it's a New Year's tradition.
Yeah, it's a New Year's tradition, my guy. Come on now.
Nah, I don't do things traditionally. We don't do things normal around here. That is for sure.
Yeah. We don't. Like, you know how we keep Mariah Carey frozen until the day after Thanksgiving? We keep the tamales frozen until Christmas. It's just like that.
So I'm I'm gonna go with that mac and cheese, and I'm gonna go. I like me some nice yams. I like me some nice yams. And then my least favorite is actually stuffing. I can't stand it. Between that and cranberry, I can't do it. Go ahead, Sarai.
So my favorite is fried turkey. We fry our turkeys. So fried turkey is my favorite, and millionaire pie. And my least favorite is anything salad that isn't salad. So mac salad, pea salad, green bean salad casserole, whatever it's called. All of it. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. And the mac and cheese does have to be like 4 cheeses, 5 cheeses, 7 cheeses, 12 cheeses. I don't care. Like, I gotta be a lot of cheeses, and I gotta have the breadcrumbs on top. But anyways,
no cornbread dressing.
Oh my god, DB is killing me right now, bro. And he said, and the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, brother. We can't stand it either. That's funny. But that concludes our show. Super excited. Thank you to each and every one of you guys, for reals, from the bottom of our heart, for following us. You can follow us on all platforms, but we do love our community dearly. Thank you guys for following us and being a part of our journey and a part of the lounge. Again, we can't say enough, and we appreciate each of you guys interacting with us each and every week. It's been fun. We're going to keep this thing rolling. We're going to keep climbing and getting better and better every week to give you guys great content. Keep following us on all platforms. And again, appreciate you guys. But check out the shows that you guys can watch all through the week.